What's going on, YouTube? It's my side yard here. It's getting bushy. Actually, a lot of it is getting bushy because I do keep it on the highest setting during the summer. Reason being is that all the moisture is kept in the leaves of the grass. So the longer the leaves, the more moisture available for the crown to stay alive. It's still stressed because it doesn't like high temperatures, and we've been lucky this year. Well, sort of lucky. Right now it's July, and the temperatures have retreated back to the low 90s and upper 80s, which is insanely cool for Texas right now. So it is what it is. So I'll be moving around a little bit, heading to Vegas. Wife booked a Vegas trip in July, which is, I don't know, who in the hell goes to Vegas in July? I looked at the temperature there and it was 116. So we're expecting 116 all week. What can I do with that? Probably going to be divorced when I get back because I'm only staying in the hotel room. I'm not getting out in 116. And they keep talking about, oh, it's different heat, dry heat, and the humidity. Man, what? 116? I can't see how 116 can be better than anything. Once you get over 100 degrees, it's hot. I don't care what type of dry heat, humidity, or whatever, man, that's retarded. I don't want to sound upset about this stuff. She might have a friend or two on my page, which I don't know. But anyway, we're getting ready to do that. So with that being said, we're going to be gone for a little bit. I'm going to be gone, so I'm going to be away from the yard. And guess what? I picked up some more anew. Virtually, if you put this down and go away for a week, your grass will pretty much look almost the same height as it did when you left. It may look thicker with more girth, but it won't be real tall and grown out of proportion. So I put some out on my Bermuda lawn because it's growing fast right now. I'm regular fertilizing it with regular fertilizer, still pumping it with nitrogen just to get it to cover, and it's pretty much all covered up. So I just wanted to make sure that I don't have any issues with the grass, before I come back. So that just brings in this product here, which is another benefit, is when you're going out of town or something like that, grab you some plant growth regulator. I mean, it has a lot of uses. I mean, it came up on a golf course, saving thousands and thousands of dollars of maintenance costs because the crews don't have to cut the yard the grass as much. So that's your benefit. Now you don't have to cut the grass as much. So I just put my second round here, and if you've been, it's filling in pretty good. I think I'm gonna have to raise the height up just a tad so I can get a consistent green, but I'll deal with that later. And on the fescue, it really stops growing in the cold and in the heat. Meaning when it gets below 50 degrees, I mean, it likes it. But I noticed that it just sits there. It doesn't actually grow. And obviously when it does the exact same thing on the other end of the spectrum. When it gets hot in the 90s, high 80s and 90s, it just sits there also. So I guess it's a protection thing, and so you really don't have to cut that much. But it looks like we have an abnormal summer here. I mean, temperatures haven't hit 100 too much. but it's been in the 90s, and we're actually still having rain in the forecast, which is crazy. So with that rain being in the forecast and I'm gone, in the cooler nights and stuff, so I'm getting some growth. So I'm thinking about putting the PGR on the fescue. Now I use it on the fescue more so in the cooler months to regulate growth, but in order to prevent from having damage, regrowth after having like a fungus, I got a fungus outbreak, for example, and if I have a plant growth regulator on it and you catch a fungus, the only way you can get rid of a fungus after you stop it is to grow out the damaged blades. You have to actually grow it out. And if you have a PGR on it, your blade is not growing vertically, it's not growing, so you are not going to be able to get the damaged look out. So your grass won't look as good. So that's one of the reasons why I don't use the PGR on fescue in the summer, because it slows down already. And then if I do get a damage or something, it could be anything, fertilizer burn, anything that I need to grow it out, I won't be able to do it as effectively. So that's why I don't use a PGR. But now with the abnormal cooler temps, I'm going to call that, even though it's in the 90s, but we're having rain. And with the rain and me still fertilizing, I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some PGR and throw around a fungicides off in that, just so it can stay nice. And not for sure what's going to be like when I get back, but it's going to be cutting it is going to be something I'm not going to have to worry about because of this PGR. So anyway, that's my update for today. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I appreciate everyone for checking me out, and this stuff is going to get cleaner as I go. I'm not exactly lazy, I'm just super busy outside projects. And this is my Bermuda project at the back, and it's nowhere near where I want it to be, but I got some big plans to bring this Bermuda back to life.